We start the day with oral questions. The first one is from Dr Duncan Webb to the Minister of Finance about reports on the New Zealand economy. Simon Bridges to the Prime Minister, does she stand by all her government's statements, policies and actions? Judith Collins about staffing for Kiwi Bill to the Minister of Housing. Gareth Hughes to the Minister of Agriculture about the welfare of 2,000 New Zealand cows that were sent to Sri Lanka. Paul Goldsmith to the Minister for Regional Economic Development. Does he stand by all his statements and actions? Jan Tinetti to the Minister of Education. What recent data has he seen on the number of people entering the teaching profession? Nikki Kay again to the Minister of Education on whether or not he is confident that there will not be strikes in the primary teachers area. Shane Retty to the Minister of Health about meningococcal outbreaks in Northland. Angie Warren-Clark to the Minister of Health about free primary care for 13-year-olds and cheaper doctors' visits. Jackie Dean to the Minister for Small Business. Does he stand by all his statements and actions? Dr Jian Yang to the Minister of Statistics about whether he has confidence in the Chief Statistician. And Kiritapu Allen to the Minister of Employment. What recent He Potama Rangatahi announcements has he made? After questions, we'll go on to the Arms Amendment Bill in the name of Stuart Nash. This is the post-Christchurch bill, which was considered with a very short select committee process, and the expectation is that Parliament will put it through all its stages this week. That will be followed by the Social Security Winter Energy Payment Amendment Bill in the name of Carmel Sepuloni. That will be the committee stages. This is a relatively simple bill to fix up mistakes made when the original legislation was passed. The government had a policy, the payment was made according to the policy, but the Auditor General has found that the legislation was lacking a few clauses, and this corrects that. There's the Land Transport Wheel Clamping Amendment Bill in the name of Chris Farfoy. First reading, it regulates the maximum fees that can be set by clamp operators. The ACXC Amendment Bill, the third reading, in the name of Ianese Galloway, and we may get on to the Health Practitioners Competence Assurance Amendment Bill, the third reading in the name of the Honourable Dr David Clark.